we're going to rely on him early to get it done.
Hey, Chief, how you doing?
Good.
What questions should we have for your secondary? What strikes you?
Well, I think, depth, it's going to be a big issue. We got some young guys. Can we get them ready to play as coaches? And like I said, that's and the same thing at linebacker. We got, I'll take the first 2 or 3 and we go out there and play with anybody in the SEC. But can I get those next 3 or 4 guys ready to play in the SEC? And that's what we got to do. And that's true all the way across the board. That's why I mentioned the fact that coaching early on has to be the biggest thing that we got to get done. And then, there'll be some guys that or a unit that will say, okay, this is the strength of our defense. Right now, it better be coaching.
There's 2 parts to the McClure move to linebacker. Could you speak to what strength, what he does to help linebacker? And then I guess that leaves Brooks and Catalon as maybe the 2 nickel guys.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think Brooks has solidified himself there. But you're not going to. We may say we're going to work somebody with the second unit, but hey. Hadn't been on the field. We got to go see him. Certainly we think so, and certainly, man, he is a outstanding young man. I think he's got a chance to be a great football player. But I'm not going to comment a lot on somebody that hadn't walked out there yet. That's not my nature.
That's Catalon, right? You're talking about.
Coach Morris said that Javon kind of athletically fits a linebacker spot maybe better than some others that you could have moved over. What exactly makes him a good linebacker?
Well, he's got size. He's got good speed. And certainly he's a physical guy. So those are all traits that you look for.
Trumaine was talking about Scooter moving around. Have you getting good reports on him coming back from the foot?
Yeah.
Scooter?
Yeah.
What do you expect from him this season?
Well, if he can put together the same year he did last year, that would be good enough, okay, which I know he can and I know he will. The thing we got to do is we got to make sure we keep him healthy. He's proven that he can play the game, and to be honest with you, I would love nothing more than to be able to even keep him a little fresher than we were able to keep him last year. He played a lot of plays. We got to have some depth to cut down on those number of plays, because it matters. It matters how many plays you play. And if we could keep him to 55 plays a game, I'd be happy.
You've coached a lot of linebackers in your day. Given that he led the league in tackles last year and didn't get named to the first team, do you think that means anything to a player? Have you seen players take that and use it as motivation?
I don't know. I don't ever worry about that. I don't ever talk about it. All we want to do is when we walk on that field every day, every play, be the very best that we can be. And then let everything else take care of itself. There's things that you can't control, and to be honest with you, don't have time to focus on anything that we can't control. We can control what we do, and part of that is, like I just said, I'd like to be able to keep him to 55 plays a game. I think his production would not go down. He played a lot of plays last year, and I don't know that we're going to be able to do that, but that's one of my goals. I'd like to keep him to 55 plays a game.
What do you want to see out of Bumper Pool this fall camp, and what has he gotten better at since last season?
Well, understanding what to do. I mean, we had to throw Bumper in the fire, to be honest with you, before he was completely ready. And he had to grow up in a hurry, and he did a good job. Certainly, he's going to be much better this year because he understands the whole deal. He lined up against some of the best in the SEC. He knows what it's like to go out there, and he knows what it's going to be like in terms of competition-wise. And he won't be shocked this year. And I'm not saying that he was shocked last year because I think he did a really, really good job for us. But he's bigger and stronger, and I think he's more prepared for what we need for him to do. And certainly, we need for him to be a great playmaker for us.
How do you feel about the guys that are behind those 2?
Well, we'll see. We're coming. And I don't know who they are right now.
Well, it's Grant Morgan and Hayden Henry and Andrew.
Grant, and I mentioned it earlier, Grant and Hayden those guys are guys that I consider, in that those 3 guys behind Scooter, including Bumper, those guys are ready to play. Grant Morgan had a great spring. I mean, I can't say enough about Grant Morgan, his leadership and his ability to play, 2 positions. So, Grant's going to be a a very valuable player for us because he has the ability to play two positions, and that makes it important.
I think Andrew Parker, Deion Edwards are going to play faster.
We'll see how much progress he's made. You know, he's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of talent, and I got to do a great job coaching, and that's that's the bottom line.
Can you speak on Devon McClure transitioning from the corner to the linebacker position?
Well, he played nickel for us, okay? So he's going to be playing the same deal, you know, and he gives you a body type that, you know, it doesn't matter whether you got him in the game, we can still run our nickel package. If we got him in the game, we can still run our base 4-3 package. So, you know, it gives you a little flexibility with what he's able to do.
Having so many freshmen can kind of be like a scary deal, but does it kind of excite you to see who will step up this season?
Sure it does. We're not, you know, throughout my career, we've not been afraid to play freshmen. And, you know, they're only going to get better when they get in the game. You can practice and practice and practice, and yeah, you're going to make a little progress. But until you get in the game and experience that and have those different experiences, you're not going to get any better. So you got to play them. If you don't play them, they're not going to get better. And we've had it before where we were forced to play a lot of freshmen, you know, and you know, just hopefully we won't have to play a lot at the same time. But you know, we've got to give them experience and we've got to bring them along. And again, it gets back to coaching and preparation, and that's going to be key for us with getting those young guys ready to play.